WPOE, the place to be for all things Ravens. B-Ron here, and today we are in Pittsburgh for what most people would describe as the most fierce and intense rivalry in the NFL. That's right, folks, it's Ravens-Steelers in a Sunday afternoon contest. This is a battle for supremacy in the early season in the AFC North. Ravens entered today's contest undefeated at 4-0. Meanwhile, Pittsburgh enters 3-0 and they have one tie on the season. So this is a battle for first place in the AFC North this season. It's early, but it's never a bad time for Ravens and Steelers. This is going to be a really fun game. Expect to see a defensive contest. Both teams have always been known for their defenses. More of that will be on display today. As we see Ben Roethlisberger getting warmed up there on the sideline. He is set and ready to lead his team to victory. What's the key game? Deontay Johnson, the rookie receiver last week, had 99 yards and 2 touchdowns. On 6 catches no less, so he made his mark in that game for sure. Coach Reed there says he knows how important this game is for his team. He said they have one goal every year, and that's to sweep Pittsburgh. If they can do that, they'll be happy with the season. As the most intense rivalry in the NFL is underway. Tucker booms this one out of the back of the end zone as Switzer will not get a chance to receive it. Here we go, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. In the shotgun, Roethlisberger takes the snap and throws right side of the field. It's caught by the tight end. And here's the offensive starters for the Steelers. No Marquise Pouncey today for them. He's injured. He is dislocated hip. He will miss 3 weeks. We'll see the backup center. Snap. Roethlisberger looking, has a good time to throw, looks downfield, and that is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there by Marlon Humphrey and Earl Thomas. Now look at the Ravens defense here. Michael Pierce having a big year. Pernell McPhee, Patrick Owasso, both also having good years so far. And Marlon Humphrey will be matched up against Juju Smith-Schuster of the Steelers. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Now 2nd and 10 at the incompletion. Steelers shotgun formation. Schuster on the right side of the formation. Handoff goes to Connor, and Connor is a little slow there. Only getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now 1st and 10 from the 8. Ravens are on the power I formation. I haven't seen a whole lot of this to start the game. No, there's Ingram getting the carry. He's going to get a yard, if that. Now pistol formation here. The Patrick Ricard there on the right side of the formation. He just signed a new contract this week. That's out to Snead, and that is incomplete. He cannot bring it in. Hard hit there, though. And that is incomplete for Miles Boykin. Cook back to punt from his own end zone. See if Pittsburgh will bring some pressure here. They do not. Punt is sent away, and it's a really good one. Switzer fields it and taken down quickly there. Pittsburgh will start from their own 39. Starts this drive from their own 39 in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left side of the field. Roethlisberger is going to hand off to Connor. Connor now cuts it back inside, gets a couple of yards there. 2nd and 6. 9 coming up here. Looking to force a 3 and out here in Baltimore. And there's going to be a flag on the field. And that's going to be false start. Doing it again here. 3rd and 14 after the penalty. 4 receivers here in the formation in the shotgun. Roethlisberger steps back, looking, throws across the middle. And that is caught. First down to the 40 of Baltimore. Big play there. Now 1st and 10 from Baltimore's 40. Going empty here. Roethlisberger now stepping back to throw. Dumps it short. Left side. Great catch there. Now they'll go empty again. Schuster in the slot. Right side of his formation here. Snap. Roethlisberger looks to Schuster. Makes the catch. And picking up the first down is Juju Smith-Schuster. Steelers have entered the red zone here. 1st and 10 from the 12. Shotgun formation. And it's going to be a run play and nothing doing there. That is Jalen Samuels on the carry. I called him James Conner earlier. It's James Samuels. Single back formation here. It's tight ends close in the formation. Now Conner gets the carry. Breaks the tackle. And fights for a couple more yards. 3rd and 7 now coming up. Now Ravens looking to hold Pittsburgh to a field goal here. 3rd and 7. Roethlisberger steps back and throws to the end zone. That's caught. Touchdown. Steelers. Vance McDonald. His 5th touchdown on the season. Pittsburgh strikes first. Terrible towels get to waving. Point after is up and through the uprights. Pittsburgh scores first. 7-0. Pittsburgh's in the lead. Now kickoff sent away. Hale's going to field it from about the 9. And going to get taken down at the 28. That's where Baltimore will start this drive. Both teams have to take care of the ball today. Both teams are tied for the league lead in interceptions with 5. And here we go. That is thrown to Hurst. Good thought there, but incomplete. 2nd and 10 now coming up for Baltimore after the incomplete to Hurst. Jackson back in the shotgun. Carry to Ingram. Ingram just could not get free. Shotgun formation for Baltimore. Boykin and Snead, wide receivers. And it's thrown and knocked in the air. Intercepted. Not the best throw from Jackson. He forced that one. Was probably looking at Hurst the whole way there. Could not get himself free. Interception, and that's Conner in motion to the right side. And snap. Looking across the middle. Juju on the slant route. Makes the catch. And there he goes. All the way. 1 play touchdown. 1 play is all it takes for the Steelers on this drive. Now Boswell on to attempt the point after. Kick is up and good. 14-0. Pittsburgh's taking the early lead here at home. This is one way to get your home fans into it for sure. 1 play, 1 for 1, 46 yards to Juju Smith-Schuster. Now hand off to Ingram. Ingram up the middle, gain of about 2. Last week again, Ingram 107 yards, no touchdowns for him though. We'll see if he can do it this week. 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard gain from Ingram. Single back formation. 2 receivers to the right. And that is going to be a sack as Lamar could not get the throwaway in time. That's Hargrave coming in. 3rd and 15 coming up after the big sack from Hargrave. Shotgun formation. Jackson steps back and throws across the middle, way off the mark, intended for Snead. Jackson's 0 for 5, and that's another 3 and out for this Baltimore offense. Punt to sent away. It's a good one here. Switzer's going to field it from the 19 and takes it out to the 34. So, Pittsburgh is coming back onto the field after that 1-play drive. Last time out ended in a touchdown. Roethlisberger steps back, looks across the middle. That is intercepted. Patrick Owasso. And now he's going to rumble down the field. Taken down to the 21 of Pittsburgh. Receivers bunched in tight in the shotgun formation. That is intercepted. Now the 1 play back the other way. And 2 interceptions for Jackson in this one. That's Bud Dupree. After exchanging turnovers now, Steelers back onto the field. And it's going to be a draw play. Connor is going to be stuffed in the backfield, rather. I tried to say shut down and stuffed. The words just formed together to make shuffed. 2nd and 11. Safety Earl Thomas down in the box here. Shotgun formation, handoff. That's Samuels. Gonna probably get the yard back. Now 3rd down. Now 3rd and 10 coming up. After getting the yard back with Samuels on the last run. And that's going to do it for the first quarter in this one. A sloppy one for both teams. They have 3 turnovers combined in this one. But Pittsburgh's out in front, 14-0. 3rd and 10 upcoming to start the second quarter. Snap, Roethlisberger has time, looking downfield. That is caught. Now 1st and 10 for Pittsburgh after the completion there to Washington down the field. Connor gets the Samuels gets the carry, rather. And maybe a yard, if that. We'll see what they do at the spot. On the 50 here, looking to cross it. Roethlisberger looks right side, and what a catch from Juju Smith-Schuster. Unbelievable play. Skying over Marlon Humphrey, using the long arms that he has to go back and reach over Humphrey's back. Let's take a look at that one more time. What an amazing catch. Reaching over Humphrey to make the amazing two-handed catch for 23 yards. What a play. Now 1st and 10 after the big play from Schuster. Roethlisberger back in the gun, looking short right side, caught by McDonald. And gain of 2. 2nd and 8 after the catch from McDonald. Pittsburgh coming off of a win last week against Cincinnati, and they're playing really well, keeping that momentum into this one here. Roethlisberger, and that is picked off by Jimmy Smith, and there he goes down the sideline, crossing the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. He's gonna go all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. 84-yard return. Jimmy Smith, after getting burnt in coverage a few times. Tucker on to attempt the point after to make it a 7-point game. It's up and through the uprights. Pittsburgh's lead is dwindling now. It's 14-7 on the 27. Single back formation. Connor going to run up the middle up to the 33-yard line. 2nd and 4. Now 2nd and 4 upcoming. After the run from Connor, Samuels in the backfield. He's going to get the carry on the draw play and get a yard, possibly. They'll say he did not gain a yard. 3rd and 4, shotgun formation. Ravens in the 4-6 here. Maybe a little outmatched. Empty formation. Pittsburgh looking, and that is off the hands of Thompson. He had it, couldn't bring it in, knocked away there, though. And here comes the punt. It's a boomer of one. And that is going to go back into the end zone. Touchback. Ravens will start the drive from their own 20. 1st and 10. Ravens out in the pistol. Ravens wearing the white jerseys with black pants. Pittsburgh, black jerseys, yellow pants. That's a handoff to Ingram. And Ingram's going to go nowhere. The blitz from the linebackers came through the gap there. And nowhere for Ingram to go. He's going to lose 4. Now 2nd and 14. From the 16 now after losing yards on the first play. And now option play. Here goes Jackson. Gonna pitch it back to Ingram. Jackson looking a little slow there, running the option. Now 3rd and 5 after the option play. A little RPO, and that is a catch for Moore. That's Chris Moore making the catch. And a 1st down. Chains will keep moving. 1st down here from their own 40 after the RPO pass to Moore was complete. Now on the slant route, that is intercepted again. Not a good day at all. Minkah Fitzpatrick coming over from Miami in the offseason. He came down. I don't think Jackson even saw him there. Shotgun formation on both sides of the field to start the drive. Roethlisberger looks, and that is caught by Schuster 4 minutes 35 seconds to go in the first half. Roethlisberger takes the snap, rolls left, has time, dumping it short to Samuels. Gets a gain of 0, so 2nd and 10. Ravens counter with the dime formation. Roethlisberger looking, end zone. That is caught. Touchdown. Ryan Switzer was wide open in the end zone. Ravens were in zone coverage there. Nobody was back to cover Switzer. Up and through the uprights, making it now a 2-score game again. 21-7. Steelers out in the lead. 21-7. Steelers in the lead. Ball is sent back to Hill, who's going to just take a knee in the end zone. And here comes Lamar Jackson in the offense. It has not been a good day at all. Handoff goes to Ingram, and Ingram's going to maybe get a yard, if that. Ravens are looking for an option, and Lamar is going to be hit in the backfield. The pressure gets through quickly on the defensive front there from the Steelers. 3rd and 13 here for Baltimore from their own 22-yard line. They've not looked good at all today on offense. And that's going to be a catch for Hill, just dumping it short, looking to get some of the yards back. 1st and 10, a minute 30 left, shotgun formation. Steelers throw over to Thompson. Steelers up to the 48 with a minute left. They're moving quick here. That's what you want to do. Slant pass. Brought in to James Washington. Levine on the tackle there. That's his 3rd of the game. 2nd and 5. Looking to set up a screen here. It is set up, and that is caught by Samuels. Going to get a block and spin. Gets out to the right side. Is going to get out of bounds. They say he does get out of bounds. Clock will stop. 1st and 10. And looking short. Caught by Schuster in the middle of the field. Timeout. 2nd 1 for Pittsburgh. Shotgun formation for the Steelers. And looking short. Caught by Schuster again. 2nd catch of the drive for him. Another 1st down. 40 seconds. The clock's just going to keep ticking and ticking. Now Pittsburgh will burn their final timeout. 15 seconds left in the first half. Now shotgun formation. Samuels in the backfield. Right side of the formation here. Snap. Roethlisberger handling the blitz, and that is knocked away. Pass was intended for Samuels. Great job there. And Owasso being there in coverage, knocked away. 2nd and goal. Steelers shotgun here from the 3. Looking into the end zone, and that is caught. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown catch of the day. And the Ravens are not looking good here at all. 27-7. PAT is up and good. Make it 28-7 now. Baltimore's going to have to make some serious adjustments. Hill's going to just take a knee in the end zone, bring it out to the 25. We'll see what to do with 8 seconds left here in the first half. I don't know what Coach Reed's going to decide to do here, but they don't have a lot of time left. They just see him run it a couple times and get to halftime. I have formation here. Everyone tight. And that is Edwards on the carry. Edwards now. That's going to be a face mask penalty. Ravens are struggling here in this one. They have to figure out something in a hurry, because they're losing really bad. 28-7. The Steelers in control. But let's get to the halftime scores from around the league here in the NFL. So, on to Cincinnati first, where the Bengals are leading the Cardinals 17-14. Both teams 2-2 on the season. Dalton 2 touchdowns in the game so far. Heading on down to Carolina, where Jacksonville is playing the Panthers. Carolina out in front, 17-0. Newton 96 yards, McCaffrey 38 yards on the ground for him. And finally, we're going to head up to Washington, where the Patriots are playing the Redskins. Tied in that one, heading to halftime, 14 apiece. Redskins are 0-4 on the year, but hanging in there with the dominant Patriots, who are 2-2 on the year. Here in this one though, it has not been good for the Ravens. They've shown flashes on defense with the interception there from Jimmy Smith, the pick 6. Other than that though, not much to speak of as far as good things for Baltimore. They've struggled on offense. The defense, besides the interception, has not done much. They've got to clean things up. And we'll see, they have a chance to do it here as they will get the ball first to start the second half. Hill is going to just take a knee. Bringing it out to the 25. Now a handoff to Ingram, making a cut back inside. He is going to pick up the first down, so that's a good start. Got to keep things simple for Lamar. They just got to get back to basics. As simple as that. Now, draw play. Ingram on the carry again. And he's going to get a gain of about 6 there. Lamar looking to throw. He's going to take off and run now. Hasn't even do this today. Sliding down at the 47 of Pittsburgh. And option and nowhere to go. Steelers are ready for it. 2nd and 12, 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up. Bringing pressure and it's knocked away, incomplete. Ravens just cannot catch a break today. Now 3rd and 12. Hurst in the slot, right side of the formation here as Ravens go shotgun. Throw to Hurst is intercepted. He tried to get it to him quickly and could not do it. Paid for it dearly. Ravens defense back onto the field. They had a good drive going offense, but the interception killed it. Steelers throwing right side, caught by Schuster on the out route. 2nd and 3. Gain of 7 there, 2nd and 3 upcoming. That's Pittsburgh's first drive of the second half here. Looking long downfield, knocked away. Intended for McDonald, the tight end, could not haul it in. 3rd and 3. Ravens cannot. Oh, they do make the stop. I thought the catch was going to be made. But great job there. As it's 4th and 3. Punt team on the field. The interception does not hurt them. No points given up this time. And that's a really good punt, but it's going to get out of bounds, unfortunately. Spotted at the 20-yard line. Now Edwards in the backfield for the first down play. As they'll go counter here. And Edwards picking up a solid gain. Good enough for a first down. Now 1st and 10 from their own 30. 7 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And the big guy Ricard's going to get the carry and lose the ball. He gets hit, loses the ball, picked up by Devin Bush. The offensive woes continue for Baltimore. Now they fumble the ball as Patrick Ricard coughs it up after the hard hit there. It's been a frustrating day for this Ravens team. No, Roethlisberger onto the field now. That's Baltimore's 5th turnover of the day. Setting up a screen. Caught by Samuels. He has all the space in the world. And getting knocked out of bounds at the 2-yard line. We've seen the Ravens blow out teams all year to start so far. And this week, they're on the receiving end of a blowout. Chalk things up and come back next week to figure out things and get it back on track. Because right now, things are just not good at all. These things happen. 1st and 10 from the pistol formation. Going outside is Lamar on the option to the far left side. Getting out of bounds. 1st down. The big issue with Jackson today has been forcing too many passes. He's been trying to make things happen a little too much. That's at least the 4 interceptions spoken for. But everything else, though, can't speak for. That is on the run. Inaccurate, off the mark, intended for Snead. He hasn't looked comfortable all day either. Pittsburgh's been sending pressure, doing their part to make him uncomfortable. And now a run play is swallowed up in the backfield. Jackson's going to Jackson's handoff to Ingram's gonna go nowhere, losing 3 yards. Ravens cannot seem to get anything positive going on offense. 35-7 here. Pittsburgh in the lead. 5:25 to go in the third quarter. Jackson now is gonna take off and run and takes the hit. Does not slide that time. 4th and 7. Cook forced to punt. He's been a busy man today with a golden leg, and that is muffed. But Switzer is going to pick it up in time, however. Here comes the Steelers back onto the field. Single back formation here. Bunch receivers right side. Tossed out to Connor. He's going to get the blocks he needs. And get maybe 8 on that one. So they give him the spot for it. Now Roethlisberger drops back. Has time all day to throw here. And caught by McDonald. Single back formation here. And it's going to be a handoff to Connor. Going to try and work it to the right side, but nothing doing there. Ravens pressing the receivers on the outside. Maybe going to dial some pressure here. They bring on the linebackers. 3rd and 6. No one's going to cover McDonald, though. He's wide open on the drag route. Now 1st and 10 from Baltimore's 36. Pittsburgh looks like they're going to make a jump there, and they do. That's going to be encroachment on Pernell McPhee. Now 1st and 5 after the penalty. 1:35 to go as the clock ticks away here in the third quarter. Handoff to Samuels. Samuels gets around the blocker there on the left side of the play, but is taken down short of the marker. 2nd and 1. Steelers go empty. Ravens in the 4-6. Again, maybe outmatched here. Gonna bring some pressure, but it doesn't really matter. Throw out to Schuster is caught. From Baltimore's 23, 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sending a man in motion to tight end to the left side of the formation here. Single back formation. And hand off to Connor. Connor runs over a would-be tackler, but gets brought down shortly after. 2nd and 8. Steelers are empty. Ravens in the 4-3. This is not a good matchup. Throwing it to McDonald, making the catch. 1st and goal from the 5. Shotgun formation. 3 receivers to the left of the formation. Roethlisberger looking to set up a screen and thrown just away from Samuels there. Probably a good decision there for Roethlisberger. No one really in the area help Samuels on the play. 2nd and goal. They'll do it again from the 5. Shotgun formation here. Roethlisberger looking to throw to the end zone on the out route. Wide open touchdown Steelers. Handoff to Ingram. Ingram up the middle, running over Fitzpatrick. And that's the best run of the day from him we've seen. Ingram going to get the carry, and there's a flag down after the hit. Gain of 2 there possibly, but the hold is going to just bring him back. And they'll do the 1st and 19 after the holding penalty on Ronnie Stanley. Shotgun formation, receivers bunched in the formation on both sides. Jackson drops back to throw. Looking downfield, way overthrown. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted this time. Snead was in the receiver, but it wasn't even close to him. 2nd and 19. Now handoff. Ingram. Up to the 34 now. Makes it 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15 now. Ravens looking to convert on 3rd down. They haven't done a whole lot of that today. We'll see what happens here. Shotgun formation. Bringing pressure. Throws to Hurst. Is caught. But he cannot get to the 1st down marker. Oh, wait a minute. He does. It looked like to me he did not get to the 1st down marker. But apparently he did. 2nd and 4 coming up after the gain from Hill. Jackson just back to throw. He cannot get away. He's going to be sacked. Ravens looking to end their offensive struggles here. Jackson takes the step back. Looks to throw, and that is knocked away. Incomplete. That's Tuitt getting up in the air. Offense back onto the field, and really, can you blame them in this situation? Down big. Not a whole lot's going your way. You gotta try and make something happen. 4th and 5 here. And there's a flag on the field. Jackson's going to scramble and tightrope out of bounds. Cook looking to pin the Steelers back. That's a great punt there. Going to take a Steeler bounce though, up to the 14. Shotgun formation here. Roethlisberger with Samuels to the left side. Pressure up the middle. He reacts in time. Gets the ball away to Schuster, who makes the catch. And that's a first down. Schuster 141 yards receiving. Now 5 minutes left in the contest. Steelers up big, 42-7. Connor gets the handoff. Ravens are trying to rip the ball out. Cannot do it there. I keep wanting to call the ugly Thompson. It just sounds right, but that's another name of the player. 3rd and 7. Samuels on the carry. Takes it right side. Cannot get away. And Hill's going to field it. Makes a man miss. Cuts it. Tried to cut it back outside to the right. Could not make it there in time. Down to 26. Single back formation. Tight ends close. Everyone really close in formation here. Counter play. They had good success with this one the first time they ran one. And Ingram's going to rumble forward for 5. No 3rd and inches, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning here. 42-7. It's all Pittsburgh. A minute 30 left in this one. Ravens in the pistol formation. Handoff to Ingram, and Ingram's gonna go nowhere as the offensive line just gets beat up front off the snap. Not looking good at all today. Getting at 11 after the run play from Ingram goes nowhere. As receivers in motion, that is Hurst going to the right side of the formation. Now Jackson looking to throw. He's gonna take off and run with it now. Get out of bounds, loses the ball, but out of bounds, luckily, brings up 3rd and 4. It's 3rd and 4. Ravens looking to convert their second 3rd down of the drive here. Screen set up, and that is caught by Ingram. He gets a few blocks, and he's going to get out of bounds at the 38. 1st and 10, though. Carry. That's a face mask as Ingram's taken down by it. Ravens at the 23. Gonna get something to go their way. Pitches out to Ricard. Jackson tried to keep it, made the wrong decision there. And that is going to do it for this one, folks. As the Ravens will fall in this one, getting their first loss of the season. 42-7. Ravens don't look good in this one. When you turn the ball over 5 times, you don't deserve to win the game, and today, it just didn't happen. Nothing really went their way. It just wasn't a good performance all around. And you know what? It's okay to have these games every once in a while, but don't make them a habit is what we'll say. We'll see how they respond next week. This wasn't good at all. Week 5 is in the books, folks, and as always, time to take you around the league for scores from the week that was. Starting off here in Seattle, the Seahawks topple the Rams 23-10. Carolina beats Jacksonville at home 34-15. Washington ends their losing streak and beats the Patriots. What a upset, 28-19. If you'd have told me we would have saw that coming, you'd have had me fooled, I'll tell you that much. Buffalo over Tennessee, 34-14. We saw our Ravens go down to Pittsburgh, 42-7. Ravens going to look to put them behind them this week when they play the Cincinnati Bengals, who won their game last week against the Cardinals, 31-14. Houston over the Falcons in a shootout, 41-35. Saints beat the Bucks, 35-21. Giants beat the Vikings by 4, 28-24. Chicago defeats Oakland, 28-25. Meanwhile, Philadelphia over the Jets of New York, 35-21. And we've got the Chargers over the Broncos, 41-35. Dallas defeats Green Bay, 27-12. Kansas City defeats the Colts 27-21 in the Sunday night game. And finally, the Monday night contest, Cleveland over San Francisco 42-28. Outstandings time, Starting with our AFC North, after the win last week, the Steelers now have sole possession of first place, 4-0-1. Meanwhile, Baltimore behind them at 4-1. Bengals 3-2, respectively, tied for third place in the division. AFC South, Texans and Titans and Colts, oh my, tied for first place, 2-3. Losing record, tied for first place in the division. That's weird. Don't see that a whole lot. Meanwhile, the Jaguars bringing up the rear in that division, 1-4 on the year so far. AFC East now, the surprising Bills out in front, still 4-1 in the division. Jets 2-2, Patriots 2-3. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are 1-3. Over to the AFC West now. Chargers out in front, 4-1. Chiefs 3-2. Broncos 2-3. Meanwhile, the Raiders still winless, 0-5 on the year. Over to the NFC now, starting with the North. Bears 5-0. Who'd have thought that beginning of the season? I'll tell you that much. 5-0 start. Lions 3-1. Packers and Vikings 1-3-1 on the season. NFC South now. Saints and Panthers tied atop for first place, 3-2. Falcons at 1-4. Buccaneers, another winless team in the league, 0-5. The Cowboys and Eagles are atop the NFC East, tied first place with 4-1 records, while the Giants and Redskins are in third and fourth place respectively. Giants 3-2, Redskins 1-4, again snapping their winless streak last week, beating the Patriots. Finally, the NFC West. Rams out in front, 3-2, first place in the division. Seahawks 2-1. Cardinals 2-3. Not 49ers in last place, 1-3. We're talking about winless teams in the league. So far, only 2 winless teams left in the NFL. To this point, 0-5 Bucks and the 0-5 Raiders. One of those teams are going to be looking for some help in the offseason, for sure. Maybe at quarterback in the draft class. Speaking of the draft, let's touch on some of these players now. I got a chance to watch some Ohio State this past week, and I was very impressed by Ariel Holmes, the cornerback out of Ohio State, with the way he played. He's a solid tackler, and he's got really good awareness as well for his position. So if the Ravens can bring him in, we'll see what happens. But so far, very impressed by him so far this season. If you watch a lot of LSU this year, you've probably seen a pair of brothers that are on the offensive line. And this is one of my favorite stories coming out of this draft class. Let's talk about the Rugg brothers for a second here. Matt and Zach Johnson are their former names. Matt Rugg is the top center projected, or one of the top centers in this class. He's playing really well so far for LSU. He's playing really well, as I said. 6'4", 311 pounds. I am really, really impressed by him so far. And again, like I said, they have one of the best stories in this class so far. And if you haven't heard about these brothers, I'm going to tell you a little bit about them now. Rugg brothers, as I said, are offensive linemen from LSU. They have overcome a lot to get to where they are now. They were previously named Matt and Zach Jackson. They were put up for adoption at birth. They were moved to multiple families before finally finding a home with Jeff and Caitlin Rugg at the age of 8. When they finally found the stability they needed, they both got to school and they put in the work. And word is, so far I've heard, that they are very smart kids as well in school, putting together solid GPAs. Rumor is they're 4.0 GPAs, which is really impressive to do. They got full rides, and they have the 4.0 GPA as well to root for. These kids is going to be really impressive. Always have a feel-good story. We'll see if the Ravens can bring in one of the brothers. If not this season, maybe next season, because the word is that if one of them goes, the other may come with to the NFL, but there's been no decision made yet in that regard as far as if Matt's brother will come out to the NFL with him this season. Another player I want to talk about this week is Darius Evans. He is a outside linebacker from Iowa State University. He is one of the top 3 projected players at the position for this year's class, and he is described as a sneaky athlete. He's not one of those guys that's going to surprise you in any way, but he's a very smart player at position. He's really good in pursuing the ball as well on the field, and he's playing really well for Iowa State. Hoping to see him continue to ball out as the season continues in the college ranks. It's going to be fun to see if the Ravens can land this guy as well in the draft. Atreyu Kelly is another player that has my eye. I got a chance to watch some Connecticut as well over the course this past weekend, and they impressed me. Atreyu Kelly really stood out to me as well. Power rusher from Connecticut. He plays the outside linebacker position as well. Word is that this kid probably should have started his second year. He probably should have started last season for Connecticut, but the coach there favors seniority, and now that Kelly is a upperclassman, he is getting his playing time, and he's shown exactly why. Maybe he should have gotten it earlier, because he made his first start last year, and he's been playing really well since that point. And he is a short tackler who is really good at chasing the ball as well, just like Darius Evans, the last player we spoke about in the class. So if you can find a guy who can chase the ball as well as these two players can, you're going to have yourself a pretty solid linebacker to build around for your defense. We all know the Ravens have always had good linebackers, and if you can get one of these guys looking to help out at the linebacker position, there's going to be some much needed help there for sure at that position. Really don't get a chance to watch a whole lot of FCS football, and you really don't think about a lot of these guys when you see them in the draft. But there are some notable players who have come out of smaller schools. Carson Wentz comes to mind. However, there's one player I want to talk about today. That's J.J. Marabli from Arkansas Pine Bluff University. He's been on the eyes of a lot of scouts, and I think one of the reasons why is his play recognition. He's able to diagnose plays very well and see them coming faster than other players will. And as a linebacker, that's something you really want to have. Being able to diagnose plays and see them coming is a sign of a surefire, good linebacker in the league. He is a solid tackler as well. So, again, if the Ravens get this guy, it'll probably be a big help for the team. Just depends on where he slots in terms of linebackers. But really, if anybody gets this guy, I think it's going to be fun to see how he pans out over the course of his career. That is going to do it, though, guys, for this week. I appreciate all of you so much for tuning in, listening, and watching the video. I will see you next week when the Ravens will return home to play the Bengals. As always, you guys, y'all know what to do. Keep on shining and keep on grinding. I will see you all in the next one.